It's Friday evening. You know what that means. It is Six Nations predictions time. I'm StattoJoe. You are a legend for watching this video, and I apologise for literally no uploads this week. It has been completely hectic with uni. Life has been very, very hectic, so haven't had a chance really to do anything. But the project's done. We are looking at the Six Nations, looking forward to it. I'll be live streaming the England France game tomorrow, bit of reactions, bit of chill. So come hang out if you fancy it. But we're just gonna have a look at the games. I'm gonna give my predictions, which will, let's face it, probably be wrong. And let's just have a look at some of the stats as we go into these games. First up on Saturday, Italy face Wales in Rome. And if we just look at some of the comparisons between the two teams, Italy have only managed 38 points in their three games. Wales managed 86, which is mad when you think about it. And 10 tries. Oh, in fairness, the Welsh stats have been fantastic. I know 40 of their points were against England, and I know two of those tries were given to them by the referee, but they're not bad stats, especially when you get points per visit to 22, 10.4 points. That's pretty mental. Um, Wales, or not Wales, Italy have managed like 4.31. So you're looking at a 2.5 times the difference between the two sides. Look, I think there's only one way this game's going to go, to be honest. And I say this every single time when it comes to an Italy game. First 20 to 30 minutes are going to be really tight, I think. Well, usually relatively tight. If Italy can stop conceding penalties, what we're looking at is a tight opening 30 to 40 minutes, where Italy will maybe score one or two tries, and Wales themselves will maybe score a couple of tries, and then I think the second half is going to open up. Wales will easily get the bonus point, in my opinion, and we're looking at maybe a 25-point difference between the teams, I think. So for me, Wales win by 25, which is going to set up what I think is going to be a Grand Slam deciding match between France and Wales next week, which is going to be really intriguing because obviously France won't have played other games when they go to face Wales. But I fully back France to win a Grand Slam. It just depends how they get on and what team they're able to put out in the following matches. But if you just look at some of the other stats as we look in, Italy seem to have more of the ball, but don't do as much with it. And obviously two yellow cards, which are both against Ireland. So, overall, I think Wales are in a comfortable position to win this game. Then the next game on Saturday, which I'll be live streaming here on YouTube, so come join me. We're going to hang out for that. England are going to play France at Twickenham. And what is mad is all these French stats are for two games, right? So England have scored 71 points. France have only scored 6 less than them in one less game, right? So France have scored points. They've done well. Obviously, the majority of those points were against Italy. But England have also played Italy, so that's sort of that's been taken account of. I personally think France are going to win this game. Now, I think France are on the roll to win a Grand Slam. I said that before earlier on. And England just aren't there at the moment. They're just not firing on all cylinders. And they'll maybe come out with a point to prove. But I would just love to see France win, personally. Um, we look at the stats, England have 6 points versus the opponent's 22. France only slightly less. This is going to be a really, really tight game, right? This is going to be really tight. I think when you look at the stats, they're all relatively even, and that's even whenever France have played one less game. I think it's going to be really, really interesting to see what happens. So, if you're interested, why not come join me live tomorrow? I'll be live from 4:30 tomorrow afternoon here on YouTube, so come join me. It's going to be a good time. We're going to watch rugby, have a chat, and you can chat football with me if you want. You can chat rugby. I'm easy. But my official prediction is that France are going to win by 6 points. That's my official prediction. That's what I think is going to happen. And then on Sunday, Scotland play Ireland, which is also going to be an intriguing game. I really am so unsure as to what to predict for this one. I'm going to look at the stats first. And again, bear in mind that Scotland have only played 2 games, Ireland have played 3, so that is going to sort of factor into the number of points that have been scored and etc. You look at the tries, Ireland have doubled Scotland's tries, but Ireland have played one more game. Although this is the most interesting because obviously this is relative. Points versus the opponent's 22 and Ireland are pretty much double, in fact over double what Scotland can manage per visit to 22. So I think Ireland don't make it to the opposition 22 that often, but when they do, they score points, and I think that will be key in the game on Sunday. Yeah, it's hard to compare. I think what's interesting is that Scotland have only managed one less line break in an entire less game, which is maybe something about Ireland's lack of creativity in their game, and that's going to be a factor. But it is difficult to compare these stats, um, just because of Ireland having played one more game. But I think it's going to be a really tense game. I think Scotland are obviously going to have more flair. I think Ireland are just going to do the standard, sort of breakdown ball, kind of just going through the phases and maybe kicking. I can't see this being a too exciting game, but I'm happy to be proven wrong. Um, so I kind of want to sit on the fence in this one. I hate the idea of predicting an Ireland loss. Obviously, um, I think this is going to go 3 points either way. I think it's going to be that tight. I do, and also, a draw wouldn't surprise me. But what will I officially predict? I'm going to say Scotland by 3. That's my official prediction. Scotland by 3. So there we are with that. And that rounds up my prediction. So I've said Wales by 25, France by 6, and Scotland by 3. Let me know in the comments what you think. I'll be really interested to hear your thoughts. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, like this video, all that good stuff. And yes, I'll be live tomorrow from 4:30 for the England France game. So do join me then. It should be a good time. I'm looking forward to it. And as always, enjoy your weekend. Loads of sport on, Premier League, etc. And I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully, in the live stream.